Today we're talking about the scissor jump and the rules with its incorporation into Little Athletics this season. It's coming in with a change to the under-9s, and then the following season in the 18-19 season it will be under-9s and under-10s. So in previous seasons all athletes have been able to go over the bar in basically any way they like, other than they have to take off with 1 foot. Okay? This season, for the under-9 age group, that has been changed, that it's compulsory for them to be a must-do a scissor kick. So this year it's being regulated, they must do a scissor kick, and the main point of that is the first point of contact when they hit the mat is that there has to be a foot. Okay? So they take off with 1 foot, they must land on a foot. Now there'll be some variations within that, and we'll have that within some of the jumps. With some of the kids, that doesn't always happen, and we're trying to show you ways that those grey areas can be ruled out as to what is a good jump, what isn't a good jump. Enjoy the view.
Teaching scissors, start as a progression, start the athletes off 3 strides and build out from there. You're looking for confidence in the run-up, you're looking for a tall jumping posture, you're looking for acceleration in the last 3 strides. Progress from 3 strides to 5 strides to 7 strides. Most high jump scissor run-ups will be between 8 and 10 strides. So 9 works quite well, and it's a logical progression from 3, 5, 7. In terms of this year, for under 9 athletes, they will be required to execute a scissors technique in Little Athletics Championship events. Other methods will actually not be permitted. Next year, that will progress to be under 9s and 10s. So this group of under 9s this year going forward will actually, as they become under 10s, they will also be required to execute the scissor jump. When they're under 11s, they will be able to execute different techniques, flops.
With the high jump setup, one of the things you need to make sure is that the venue is set up safely. First of all, that the uprights, the base of the uprights, do not sit underneath the bags in a way that when the athlete lands on the bags, that they can affect the uprights and bounce the bar off accidentally. So the bases should be away from the mat itself. Secondly, the vertical uprights that hold the bar should be about the width of your fist away from the mat. So if the kid does knock the bar off, there's room for the bar to drop down vertically in between the uprights and the mat, safely, without the child falling on the mat and falling on top of the bar and hurting themselves. Last of all, I've positioned the officials in a slightly different position, one in front of the bar so that they can see the athlete taking off and going over. The second official is placed behind the bar in front of the mat so they can see the athlete coming down past the bar, and if they scrape the back of the bar and knock it. This is so that one can see the athlete going up and over, one can see the athlete going over and down onto the mat. With the foot action with scissor, you could get a bump of the bar going up or a bump of the bar going down. You want to make sure that it's the athlete that's hit the bar and not being blown off by the wind or something. And a lot of Little Aths venues have a trouble with wind, so if you position your officials in one behind the bar, one in front of the bar, it could help rule that out as a possible cause for wind blowing the bar off and it not being done by the kids. When it comes to the jump, you'll see kids coming in doing the scissor action jump. Most important is that they take off with 1 foot and that they attempt to land on their feet on the mat. Now it doesn't matter if they don't stay on their feet, and we've got some evidence of that in some of the jumps. The kids still make an attempt to land on their feet, accidentally fall on their bottom, that's a legal jump. Secondly, if they do clear the bar successfully, land on their feet and walk off, obvious, a legal jump. We've also included some jumps here that the athletes are doing the traditional style of flop or variations of, to give you examples of things which are not legal. They take off with 2 feet, not legal. They land on their bottoms without attempting to land on their feet. That's not a legal jump. Lastly, taking off with 1 foot and landing in the traditional Frosby flop on their back. That is not a legal jump for this age group this year, and it won't be a legal jump next year until those athletes reach the under 11 age group in 1920.